What's your review of the Heat today?
The Heat?
Yeah.
I think Waiters is a good pick. You know, re-signing him is important. The temperature?
No, the basketball team. What's the hottest day been in this camp?
These last couple of days, it's been really warm out, which is good. You know, it's a good challenge. It should kind of define a little bit who we are, you know, in the edge, and you know, it's gonna be warm here all fall, and we should feel at home playing in it.
Given that, you know, there's such a more of a focus today rather than 30 years ago on player safety and stuff, where's the line for a coach? You know, where you push a kid, and how do you find that line, and where's that line?
Well, number one, it's a year-long process. You know, that's something that's, you know, your strength staff, your training staff, the way that the guys have been trained in the summertime, the rule changes in the past few years where now we're allowed to keep them on aid in the summertime. The freshmen are allowed to be on aid in the summertime so they can get acclimated to these conditions. Because it doesn't matter whether you go out once a day or twice a day. All they do is be out here for 20 minutes and you're going to feel the effects. So our strength staff's done an amazing job of getting everybody in shape. Being able to add a nutritionist to make sure that the guys are repairing themselves and replenishing themselves after each practice. I basically told them, you know, this time of year, right now when they're not in school, it's football, sleep, eat, and hydrate, you know, and not necessarily in that order. So, and I think they're responding to it.
Manny, I didn't get a chance to talk to you yesterday, so I don't know if you addressed it, but your take on the scrimmage, how the defense did, maybe some guys that stood out to you?
There was, like most scrimmages, there was a lot that you liked and a lot you didn't like. Too many explosive plays, so as a defense, if you play good for most of the time and give a few big plays, that's really bad defense. So it's a challenge for anybody who we have in there, no matter if it's ones, twos, or threes, to make sure in the passing game we keep the ball in front of us, and then if a run breaks out, that we get it on the ground with leverage. Overall, I did like the way that we played in terms of, you know, I thought we ran the ball well. I thought we, you know, just our tenacity and all those type of things, trying to, you know, establish that was important. And then, you know, then there's some of the young guys. You know, the question is, you know, being in the stadium, did the experience seem to be too big for them? And we liked the challenge that presented, and we liked the way that some of those guys came through there.
Were there some individual guys who stood out?
Well, you know, it's hard when you start pulling one guy out from another guy, and as a coach, once you get two more practices in your brain, that train is already kind of back down the tracks. But certainly, you know, it was neat to see a guy like, just to talk about the young guys, maybe the guys we don't know as much about. You know, Romeo Finley certainly had a nice day. I thought DeAndre Wilder played fast in there. Even Derek Smith played fast, just in terms of guys that were not awed by the situation. Jonathan Garvin looked like he played fast. Just, you know, kind of even Bradley Jennings. You know, just those for the first time being in the stadium, I thought some of those guys stood out.
Manny, what have you been seeing from Scott? Obviously, working back from everything he's had to deal with, and he's just so many injuries lately in his career. How have you seen him kind of work through the first 3 weeks? How's he doing?
Scott has done well. You know, Coach Cool and I were talking about this the other day. Coach Cool brought it up. You know, we think of Scott as like an old guy because he's been here longer than we've been here as a coaching staff, but he's really not an old guy. You know, just in terms of experience and in terms of the reps that he's had out on the practice field. So, which is an encouraging thing because he's got a lot of ball ahead of him. You know, so he actually made, you know, he flashed in the scrimmage. He made some pretty good plays in the scrimmage, and you know, we just feel like you can never have too many pass rushers. You know, and the way the game is going now, the ability for those guys to be able to roll in and stay fresh. So, you know, we expect him to contribute this year.
You see him trusting in the knee. He looks fine physically.
You know, yeah, we didn't see any of that. The medical staff did a great job with that. Everybody good?
Thanks, Coach.
Fantastic. Okay. Go enjoy your day.